What's good, everyone? This is Marcus the Fingaz back with another video. In this video, we're going to talk all about the Scorch plugin from Sauceware Audio. Before we get into that, go to defingaz.com/free plugins, defingaz.com/free plugins. Check out my guide for free plugins that you can use if you are a music creator, if you are an audio engineer. There's some free audio plugins, some engineering mixing plugins in there also. defingaz.com/free plugins. Let's get into it. I'm going to show you this plugin called Scorch from Sauceware Audio. Shout out to the team over at Sauceware Audio. My best friend Jacob, that is his name. That is not actually the name of my best friend. Shout out to my best friend Jacob, incredible producer, entrepreneur, and a plugin developer with Sauceware Audio, and the whole team over there that put this together, for providing a copy for review, or actually not for review. They just sent me a copy. I was surprised. So thank you for sending me a copy. When people, companies, great companies such as Sauceware Audio and great people such as my best friend Jacob send stuff like that, I think the least I can do personally is do a review or go over some stuff that's in the plugin. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to talk about this plugin called Scorch. I will include a link in the description to the plugin itself. So I did install it. When you download it, it comes with some installation instructions. It comes with a bunch of sounds. There's a manual. I'm not going to get into all that. You definitely have to check it out for yourself, but I did install it, and I've only opened it to register the license for it. So haven't really messed around with it. This is going to be my first time messing around with it. I only opened it like 2 minutes ago just so I can get the license in there. I'm going to blow this thing up, and we're going to go through all of these options here. Let me make this thing as big as possible. What I really like off the bat is when you have plugins that are scalable. So I can make this as large as this big on the screen, or it can be as small as needed on the screen. Since I'm only talking about this plugin, we're going to make it this big. So what you have at the top, you have the S, which is the menu. You have some options there. Again, I'm not going to go through all the options there, but you can save, import, do things like that. Then next to that, we have sounds, where we can choose the sounds. We'll get to that shortly. We have this option called Chords, where we can have the plugin help us suggest chord progressions that are used in like music and pop, hip hop, R&B type music. You have a pan volume. You have a glide option here. You have the option to choose between mono and poly. You have the effects knob here. If I crank that all the way up, it explodes on the screen. I really like the graphics there. That's insane. If you hit the effects button, I believe some options show up down here. But before we get to that, you have ADSR, attack, decay, sustain, release. The graphics change as you change those options there. So really great interactive UI there. You have a panic button if there's some things acting kind of weird in the plugin. Then when you hit this effects button right here on the right, you have even more settings, and that like opens up the plugin even more with all these options. You have fade, hold, density. This is all related to the effects itself. You have the match speed, random stereo. You have delay options. You have filters off. Looks like a high cutoff, resonance, low pass, high pass, band pass, everything pass, tempo sync, all these options. Again, I'm not going to go into the full detail about all these options. What I'd like to do is just get in there, start playing sounds. So we're going to go through, I'm going to turn that off for now. We're going to just go through, let's just go through this first sound here, combination amped memories. What I have seen when I did open it up the first time is it took maybe a few seconds to load, but here we are. Let me make sure, before we get into that, I got to make sure my MIDI keyboard is connected. So that would help. And that might be really loud because it blew my ear away. So we're going to turn this down here. Usually I have a gain plugin on. I don't have it on right now. But we're going to turn that down, and then we're going to get into it. Here we go. And I'm going to, let's see. So I'm holding down my sustain pedal, but just off the bat, the sound is just incredible. And I'm holding the sustain pedal, so you hear that it's actually, the song is evolving over time. And as I crank the effects, you can adjust what those effects are doing down here. Again, let's... So if you're into granulizers, if you're into doing some type of weird modulations and filters and things with your sounds, this plugin will be perfect for you for sound design. So you can take the built-in sounds and customize them to your own. Let's go to another one. We'll go to Heaven's Gate. Let's see how that sounds. Let me make sure I have the effects off here. I actually left it on. And I believe each sound has its own set of custom effects. So between these options there, but it might be set differently for the sound. Let's play Heaven's Gate. So I really like that filter. Let's crank up the effects here. Again, some really great stuff. And the sounds are in categories. So right now I'm playing combination. Let's play some piano and keys. Let's go to hymns again, piano. Let's see how that sounds. Yeah, that sounds incredible. I'm gonna lower the octave on my keyboard here. So I think there is a range. I don't have a camera on my keyboard here, but I'm playing a range of some of the low notes, and it looks like the sample may only start at that C note there, but that's fine. So right off the bat, you can see how you can start building your own sample packs, sample loops out of this, just by finding some great sounds. I'm going to play this master Pref. Oh yeah, I really like that one. Let's play that chord again. Nope. Really like vintage sound. If we crank some effects here, let's just let's hit this random granulizer thing. Let's see what happens. Turn that on. So you hear some grittiness coming in there. You have some delay going. Let's turn on the filter. Let's adjust the cutoff here. So you have really a lot of control. I'm going to turn the LFO on. So you have that that like wobble warble effect. Some fun stuff there. That's piano and keys. There's some great things in there. Let's go to synth pads. We're going to play, let's see. Let's go to Extra Sauce. I like that name. I really like that sound because I use a lot of sounds like that in the Triller music stuff that I've been doing with the hybrid strings and synths. So I'm definitely going to be going to the synth pads presets of this plugin for some of that stuff. Let's turn off the effects. It might be kind of loud, but it is what it is. And then let's go to effects here. Let's see what we got. My camera might go out, but it is what it is. I'm going to keep rolling. I like that. Let's crank this up a little bit. Even more. And the knob actually makes the sound different sounds, so it changes the sound altogether. I like that one. One thing, I hope you can hear me. I just realized my microphone might have been cranked up a little loud during this whole video. Hopefully it wasn't too crazy. I turned it down a little bit. But if you notice, when I hit the effects knob there, it gets rid of the keyboard. So it hides the keyboard and replaces it with the effect settings that you can choose there. So really, really a lot of power in this plugin. Let's go down to, what else do we have? A lot of synth pads. I'm going to have fun with there. I'm not going to play through all of them. Maybe we'll go to Uber driver. Let's let that. Ooh. It's a little bite at the beginning of that. You can change that by adjusting the low pass. So playing with some of those settings. Let's go with a glide. Yeah, that's really a fun sound. Really alien-like. We'll go to, now we're going from synth pads into synth keys. So we're going to look at Catalystic Chants. And then let's turn off the effect. Let's actually turn on this. Again, really, really great stuff there. I haven't even touched the delay. So that's where you can have that panic button come into play. But if you crank the feedback up, you're going to get that loop. You see the planet about to blow up or whatever is happening there. You're going to get that feedback loop. So I'm leaving all this in there so you can see the some of the mistakes that you what we try to do in videos like this, or what I try to do, is break it, and then we'll see if we can fix it. Let's go down that with synth keys. We'll go down to Saucy Chips. And I like the layer of the synths there. Yeah. So for me, I would probably go do exactly what I'm doing. I'd probably find a decent preset and adjust a big knob here. If needed, I might dive into the effects a little bit. But for me, the truth, it's already like, it's almost already custom built, and you already have so many sounds. I'm going to get through these sounds and then try to find some chords to mess around with. So let's go to Valet in Vegas. I'm going to be visiting Vegas soon again. Went a couple times last year. So let's listen to what Vegas sounds like in this plugin. Let's crank this up a little bit. And then we take it up. That's a whole sample loop right there. Valet in Vegas. I love that sound. Let's go to guitars. There's so many sounds in here. I'm not even touching. Stranger Things. We know we're in the middle of Stranger Things right now. I believe it. I don't know if it's the final season, but Stranger Things season 4. Let's see what this sounds like, because I also have an album, a series of albums out called "Forgive Me for My Synths," which is all synth-based music inspired by Stranger Things, the music soundtrack for the shows. But this is a guitar sound. We'll see what it sounds like. I really like it. I think I like it better with the knob up. I think the original sound is a little bit in the high end for me, so I would probably use some of that roll off in the effects here with the filter off, where you can tame some of the high end stuff, and then we can also play with the knob. Fun stuff there. Then we have some organs. Let's see what we have in organs. We'll go to Vital Organ. Let's see what that's. Turn it up. Fun stuff there. Then we have some basses. I'm going to K-ooze or Chaos. Probably Chaos. Let me play it in the bass. honestly, I like that sound. Yeah, I like that sound. I'm gonna have fun with those basses too. Let's go to Tiller bass, probably inspired by Bryson Tiller. Let's see. Or it could be named by someone who invented the sound. Who knows? Nice sound. Let's see if we got one more bass in there. Ye found. I don't know if this is a Kanye inspired bass or if it's just a Ye, like a hymnal, traditional Bible Ye found bass. Cranking that up turns up some of those effects there. You see them adjusting. Now with sounds, even though it's labeled as a bass, of course, if you want to use it as a lead or a solo, use the high ends. If you do use it as a bass, you probably want to keep it in mono, so it's only one note. But if you want to play chords and stuff, poly would be the way to go. So that is sounds. I'm going to go back to maybe some keys. Let's go to, was it synth key? We'll go to piano keys. Let's go to Blue Moon piano. Let's see how that sounds just by itself. All right, so we're gonna look at, we're gonna go to, I'm gonna choose a piano sound, and then we're gonna go to some chords here. So I had to go into the plugin and remember how to use the chords and look at the manual, but I'm gonna show you here so that you don't have the same confusion I had. And really, it's all in the manual. We're gonna go to, I'm gonna choose Majestic Piano and Keys. We're gonna try out this chords function. That's not using the chords yet. Actually, maybe I want to find another sound. I want something maybe a little belly. There's some great sounds in here. Is there not necessarily a pad? Keys. Let's go to synth keys. Belly of the beast. Let's see what that sounds like. I was hoping it was going to be like more of a bell. You know what? We're going to choose a sound and we're going to roll with it. So we're going to go back to piano and keys, and let's go with, let's see here, Lost Keys, Key Vibes. We'll go with one of these EP, Key Vibes. Okay, so I'm going to turn this off. You see I'm playing one note. We're gonna go to chords here, and what you can do is you can choose chords to play with that sound. So you do have to have a sound selected to play the chords. But before you do that, though, so let's say I pick this, there is no chord playing. You have to make sure at the very top that you have chords turned on in order for that to function. Now we can go down and choose, let's say, dark mixed up. So let's say I want to try to come up with a progression. Okay, so let's say I want to use this. So that was playing C Dorian. We're going to go to D major here. We'll go to C Mixolydian, or I don't know if it's A calling to C Mixolydian. We'll see. So basically what you can do is you can use these chords as if you are into sampling, you can basically treat it as if you're sampling, find a progression that works. So let's see. And then you can have interesting melodies develop from there. Let's go to this B minor. again, you can chop up those. I'm not going to play too many because I know some of you like to get in here still. We're going to play Hate Sleeping Alone. This doesn't have, but it also says Drake, so I really like that. Let's see what this sounds like. It doesn't have the, I don't see the key labeled there, so we'll figure out what happens. And you know what? Let's go ahead and choose another sound here. We're going to come out of the keys. We're going to go with the pads. I believe these chords may actually sound really great with pads. We're going to do Astro Sounds. And we're going to play. Yeah, I think that's where those chords are really going to shine. We're going to play with Diamond Tiger. And let's go to Hermes, and we're going to change our chords to something else. We're going to go with maybe Every Breath. Let's go with D Dorian. I won't go into modes and scales and things like that, but definitely if you're into that whole modal thing, D Dorian is basically playing a D scale with all white keys. So it's D Dorian in the C major scale, if that makes sense. So you can definitely treat this as like sample chops, and you can chop it up that way. So very powerful. Let's turn that off and let's just play this synth pad sound. So yeah, this plugin is actually really great for you to be creative. It's not just a plugin where you just load up a sound and you're ready to go. You can use it as that. You can just load up a sound and be good to go, but you can tweak the sound with the big knob here where it has, I think, up to 10 other sounds built into the one sound, where there's preset effects built into this knob for each sound. So there's thousands of sounds just off of that alone, where you can tweak each individual sound. I believe it comes with 200 sounds. When you download it, it also has some bonus sounds, some bonus wave files in there. I haven't even dived in on those yet. It comes with all these parameters that you can adjust on the effects knob, but then you can just use it as a regular, just have the ADSR shown there, change the sound, adjust your chords, adjust your pan and volume as needed. So much to do with this plugin. There's so many options. It is crazy. It is incredible. I'm probably going to use it to create a sample pack. I'm definitely going to use it on some R&B stuff that I'm working on. Some of the synth stuff I want to put in some of the trailer stuff I'm working on. So overall, great plugin. Shout out to my best friend Jacob. Shout out to Sauceware Audio. They knocked it out the park with this one. I believe, I might be wrong, this might be the second plugin. They also have Octave Deluxe out. So definitely check out their website. I'm going to include a link in the corners, one of these corners, and in the description. Check out their plugins. Check out Sauceware Audio, and then check out Scorch in particular, because this plugin is insane. It's incredible. Do I have to find a downside to it? I would say the install was a little weird for me. I just had to figure it out. It took me about 15-20 minutes, so not a deal breaker, obviously. But if there was a way to change these, like the skin, if there's a way where I can add maybe my custom images on the background, maybe change the colors of the background, the effects and everything is cool. I think that's fine. I don't want to change the graphics here, but if I could change where like I could have a picture of, maybe my logo back there, this is just all really customization. It's not a deal breaker. Again, the plugin does what it's supposed to do, which is inspire people to create music. It inspires music creators, composers, beat makers to make music. It's inspiring me to make music. So that's more of an aesthetic thing. If there's a way maybe to have some way where we can customize the skin of the plugin, that would be great. But, other than that, again, it's a great plugin, great sounds, so many effects, so many options. The chords thing, I don't think I've seen that really, at least not to this level in any plugins. There's so many options there. So I'm going to be diving on that. You can use that more of like a sampling. And then if you have any questions, you can hit the S here. You can go to the FAQ thing. I think there'd probably be some ways where you can contact the support team over at Sauceware Audio if you need help. But yeah, that is my review. Probably terrible review. Great plugin, terrible review. Shout out to my best friend Jacob and Sauceware Audio. Be sure to go to Fingaz.com/free plugins. Check out my free plugins gear guide. And then I have more videos, more music on the way, of course, as my camera is crapping out on me. Be safe and be well, everyone. All right. Peace.